my childhood was in the market area, and I still love the market area. We lived there through the Blitz, which was quite an experience. When the war started, I was 10. But when the bombing started, it was quite a different thing. It was frightening, and not an experience that I would want any other child to live through.
Through the war years, obviously, I was only 5. I was evacuated away from Birmingham into Evesham, and you believe me, I was glad to get back to Birmingham. Evesham is country, but even though the war was still going on, the people that we went to wasn't very kind to us. My sister was able to ride home to my mum, and my mum came and fetched us back in September 41. My dad couldn't go to war because he had rheumatic fever and he left him with a heart defect. But he did his job as a fire watchman. He never came in the air raid shelter with us. He always was fire watching. We did have tragedy in my family because my auntie was bombed out in Clissold Street and she lost a son, 19 months old. We were all in the shelter and one night, and my mum got out of the shelter, but that wasn't like my mum to leave us. And taking into account that I've been evacuated away from my mum, I didn't want my mum out of my sight. And she didn't come back into the shelter, and I was getting very, very concerned about it. And as a little girl, you wonder where mum's gone. When this all clear went, the neighbour took us into her house, and I was bewildered because I didn't know where my mum had gone, I didn't know where dad was. I was with my other siblings, but I was wanting my mum. And then finally the neighbour did take us back over home. My mum was sitting in the chair and she was crying. She sat us down and told us that our grandparents had gone to heaven. And that has lived with me all my life. And when you live through a war, it is traumatic and it does stay with you. And we have got a lot of people that are interested in Birmingham Air Raids, and we do have a wonderful service every year at St Martin's to remember these people. There's 2,241 killed in Birmingham, and people didn't know because there was a D notice put on Birmingham, and in the papers it used to read there was raids on a Midland town or a Midland city. It was never Birmingham.